Getting ready to install my Dasaita Vivid 13 head unit inside my 2014 GMC Sierra Denali. So follow along. All right, you can see here, it is for Chevrolet Silverado GMC Sierra 2014 to 2019. Really in-depth installation guide with pictures. You know I love that. Whoo, that is looking nice. I am so excited to install this and try it out. What I like best is it looks kind of like a factory head unit. Like it should be what GM produced in these vehicles, but obviously a serious upgrade. I like that it does have some actual buttons as well, not just the touchscreen. I do like the touchscreen, but I'm a little tactile. So I like the physical buttons. The knobs feel good. It's got the action that I like. Very high quality piece. Looking forward. This here is the factory head unit. Definitely not a base model head unit. It's one of the nicer ones that you can get in these trucks, but I'm still not super happy with it. It does do a lot of stuff like tell you the weather and navigation and things like that, but honestly, I never use that. You know, if I want to know the weather, I just look outside or check my iPhone. Same with navigation. If I want to know where I'm going, I just plug it into Google Maps on my phone. So I'm not really looking to use the factory navigation too much, but I am excited to see how the Vivid 13 is going to work. One problem and complaint I do have with this factory stereo is that it constantly disconnects from Bluetooth. I really don't know why. It's it's over 10 years old, so it's probably just a little out of date. I want to upgrade to the latest and greatest, and really done my research on this Dasaita Vivid 13. Super highly rated, and seems like it has a lot of different functions. So let's get this factory head unit out first, and then hook up the new Dasaita and see how it goes. All right, I'm back at it. I've got my trim panel off here, disconnected the heated seat switches. Took all 4 screws out around the stereo here, and it's got a little bit of a locking tab retainer, so you just have to give it a little bit of extra beef. Then you got that unit out. Unhook the couple of connections here. And there you go. Original head unit is out. So the kit did come with these detailed instructions, the installation steps, and if you can't read or you speak another language, it definitely helps because it just shows the pictures step by step, what you need to do. So a kindergartner could do it. Maybe. We'll see. Remove the factory DVD CD player. One connection on the back there. Remove the glove box. That simple. There is a whole hub or a block of connectors up here, and that's where this 12-pin connector is located. So this basically just, it's a jumper harness. It goes, you connect it to the factory connector, clips right in, and then it goes into that factory hub block of connectors up here, and just fish this RCA cable through here, or video cable I should say, fish it through. Pull it right out of there, and it'll plug right into the new head unit. I believe this is the SWC adapter. I think it stands for steering wheel controls. That makes the most sense. I'm really excited that we're going to be retaining the function of the factory stereo controls on the back of the steering wheel here. So let's get to it. Down, but then this pops right off afterwards, so not too bad there. Now we need to find where the SWC control or the SWC adapter plugs in on the steering column. Clips right in like it was made by GM. So this wire here was a little tricky to finagle through the dash on this side. Not much room to get your hands through. Running it through the shroud, the column here, not too difficult. Underneath this lower kick panel, no big deal. But what I did is I made a little fish cable out of a couple of zip ties and some masking tape. And I'm gonna try to just wiggle this through. Sure enough, there it is. All right, now I've got the SWC harness adapter run. I've got the rear video camera adapter run. Now the next step is going to be to connect the factory DVD bypass adapter. This here is the DVD bypass adapter. Looks like just a loop connector that bypasses it all together. So it just plugs in, and I assume it tricks the circuit into thinking that the DVD player is still connected. All right, and then we'll just tuck that back out of the way. All right, looking at step 18, unplug the OEM power cable and Dasaita power cable and OnStar cable. So this gray and off-white one, or black and off-white one, go together. The green ones go together, and they just came out of this factory controller there. Looks like they just bypassed. Step 19 is attach the OnStar wires. White to white, red to red. Easy enough. Step 20, plug in CAN cable right here. All right, we're mostly hooked up over here, and then this goes to the new stereo. Step 21, attach CAN bus box. Now, if you have a Bose amplifier, the Bose stereo system, you have to buy this additional Bose amp box. So this, you have to hook up, comes with the extra harness, and this way you can still retain your factory Bose stereo. We are disconnecting the amplifier right here and plugging in the amplifier adapter box here. If you don't buy this box and you don't hook it up properly, you just won't have any sound in your stereo. So you got to get this Bose amplifier box adapter. Next, you're going to want to remove the HVAC controls out of your factory stereo. It just clips out. Undo the clips, it pops right out. And then clip it into the new one. Make sure it's facing the right way. No tools required. Snaps right in. That easy. Now it's time to hook it up. Okay, I believe I have everything hooked up the way it's supposed to be. I just got the microphone here run for when I'm using hands-free and want to talk on my phone. I ran it through the dash right next to the steering wheel controls. I have the Bose amplifier adapter all set up. I ran all 3 USB cables right through the factory USB location, and I have the switch panel right here where I am going to mount those. I might do it in epoxy or whatnot, but either way, it's going to be nice and slick. But for now, I have these 3 USB cables hooked up there for phone hookup, and I believe there's more you can do with it. So it says USB, phone 1 link, and then another USB. So I don't know what else you want to hook up, like a flash drive or whatever it may be, but you have those 3 hookups right here. Next, I have what I believe is a 4G antenna. So I have a 4G antenna run into the glove box there. I have the satellite antenna set up on my dash right there so we can do the Google Maps and whatever else. This right here is a Wi-Fi antenna. So all of those things are hooked up. This crazy looking speaker right here, believe it or not, I think it's for the right directional. So it makes like the chime or the noise for the right directional. I don't know, it looks pretty excessive to me, but whatever. So everything is hooked up. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna move it over here. I don't have the antenna for the radio hooked up. I mean, who listens to radio anyways? But I've got the everything else hooked up except for the HVAC because that harness is a little short. I'm gonna hook that up last. Watch it power up. Let's see what happens. All right. All right, that is nice looking. Listen to my podcast, no big deal. You got the maps, you got the apps. Well, I have a lot to learn about this, but it looks like it can do a ton of awesome things. Now, it's all about tucking everything in and making it all fit back there. I'm trying to do as clean a job as possible with the supplied wire ties and, you know, little pieces of electrical tape I need just to tuck it nicely. So I'll keep you posted. All right, my Dasaita Vivid 13 Pro is installed and looking awesome. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, trying to get familiar with it, and man, I absolutely love this thing. I have an iPhone, so I usually keep it in Apple CarPlay most of the time, which is great. I'm not going to open it right now because I don't want you seeing my address. You can hook up Google navigation right there as well. I find it works a little better with the Apple CarPlay. So if you have an Android device, that might work a little better for you. It also has Android Auto as well. A couple of key features that I like is the weather app here. It's got a speedometer, which is pretty cool. And other things too. You know, you got the radio, the clock display, all these widgets. So you can download literally any app that you want for this device, which is pretty awesome. So right now, the girls and I actually watch Netflix on it, which is so cool because most factory stereos, you could never dream of doing anything like that. We got Netflix started here. Got my little helper with me in the back seat. Say what's up.
What's up?
And now we can pick out one of our favorites to watch. Obviously, I have a 3- and 5-year-old, so we're going to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. This also has an HDMI input, so you can hook up anything that has HDMI. I was thinking of plugging in the Nintendo Switch so we could play Mario Kart or Mortal Kombat while we're driving. Obviously, I wouldn't do it while I'm driving, but if the passengers want to, totally cool. Today, we are headed to the Boston Museum of Science, which I'm pretty excited about. The girls are going to have a great time, and so am I. So I just plugged it into the Google Maps application over here, and on the ride down, we'll watch K-pop Demon Hunters, or at least the girls will. Besides that, some really cool features of this, too. It has any app you can think of. Also, Google. Any of life's questions at your fingertips, right in the truck. Besides that, you can do any type of application you can think of. So tons of different stuff. There are also safety apps teach you that show you about your driving, different types of navigations to whatever suits your fancy. Spotify, Netflix. It's gyroscopic. It's got a gyroscopic feature, which is good for off-roading, making sure your grade is level or how steep it is, you know, making sure you're safe. And then you have Waze, Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, Hulu. This large display makes backing up to my trailer a breeze. Bingo! Also, if you're an audiophile, it's got very in-depth controls for the amplifiers, and you can dial in the exact sound that you like. It has preset settings, or you can fine-tune it yourself. This features a 10.6-inch 2K QLED screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi, and 4G LTE. If you don't always want to connect to your phone, you can connect to other devices. It has the SD card slot that I installed in the glove box, or if you have a thumb drive, like I do, you can just plug in your thumb drive right here and plug your music in that way. I believe you can also transfer it from your thumb drive or SD card to the hard drive storage of the head, because it has over 256 gigabytes of storage on its own hard drive. All right, now that I'm not home, you can see it in Apple CarPlay mode, which is my favorite. I pretty much keep it in Apple CarPlay mode by default all the time. That's the best and most convenient way because it keeps in touch with my phone in every way that I need it to. Overall, I'm extraordinarily happy with this. It took a little bit for me to figure the ins and outs of it, just all the functionality of it, but there is so much you can do with it. It's truly incredible. One of the best car stereos I've ever used in my life. Now, there's still a lot more for me to learn, but so far, I'm very happy with it. When you do want to set up a movie, it does take a minute to connect to internet, so, you know, it's that extra 2 to 3 minutes before you hit your road. Overall, this is an extraordinary car stereo. It's by far the best one I've ever had in any of my vehicles. The functionality of it is truly amazing. The things it can do, extraordinary. I'm still learning more and more every day what I can do with it, but so far I absolutely love it, and I would highly suggest, if you're looking to upgrade the factory stereo in your vehicle, please look into Dasaita. They're an excellent company. Their customer service is excellent too. Anytime I've had to reach out with any questions, they respond to me right away. So very user-friendly, easy to install, fully plug and play. Didn't have to do any custom work to get this installed. And you know, if you're at all tech savvy at all, it's very easy to set up. So definitely highly suggest the Dasaita Vivid 13. All right, now, as a disclaimer, full disclosure, Dasaita is a sponsor of mine. So it is an unbiased opinion, because I would not endorse something that I don't truly believe is an excellent product. I do have integrity, so I'm not going to just promote something because they are my sponsor. I am very happy with this overall, and I am absolutely sure you guys would be happy with it too. So if you are at all interested in upgrading the factory stereo to something really high-end and technologically advanced, definitely look into the Dasaita Vivid 13. It is an incredible stereo, and you can get a Black Friday discount just by using promo code GTSpeed8, which you can find right here. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, share it, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.